Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion episode 280 on the 19th of October. I'm looking at The Secret of Monkey Island on the Amiga today. Now this might be a bit of a strange review because I remember this game very well. And I love this game on the Amiga. It's probably one of the best adventure games ever, apart from The Secret of Monkey Island 2. But there's quite a lot of text chatter. But I think you'll enjoy it. So we're going to have a look in and see how far we can get through. In about, I'd say about 10 minutes-ish we'll have a look at. And part 1 is the 3 trials. So, yes, the game is split up into sort of chapters, if you like. And this is the first one. You take the role of Guybrush Threepwood. Yes, there he is, coming down the path now. So you can see the interface is really, really quite cool. It's mouse-driven. And you can have a selection of actions that you can do there. So open, close, push, pull, walk to, pick up, talk to, give, use, look at, turn on and turn off. All of those will come into play during your adventure. Now, this is really quite nice. It's point and click, so there's really no keybinds or keyboard commands that you need to worry about. You can just open, close things, and then the music kicks in. It's really, really cool. Listen to this. So there you go. So I'm talking to this guy here who looks like a typical pirate. It's quite nice graphically, isn't it? You do get these little sort of cutscenes every now and again where you can interact with people. You can talk to pretty much everybody in the game. Whether they'll talk back to you is a different matter. But you can talk to most of the characters in here. You can see that they put on the TM against everything. So Melee Island is where we start off. Then there's, of course, the fabled Monkey Island, which you'll end up on eventually. But this is a huge game. And it'll take you hours to complete, at least without a walkthrough. Yes, I'm not using a walkthrough because I couldn't be bothered to find one. So there you go. But if you'd like to see me do a walkthrough at any point, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to see Monkey Island from start to finish, I can do that. But I'm just wondering whether I should do it on this channel or start up like a gameplay channel. What do you guys reckon? Should I just do it as a playlist? I don't know. Your feedback is paramount on these sort of things, so should I start up a new channel for playthroughs and guides, or should I just use the Retro Revival show and do it that way? Because it'll all be for retro games, it won't be for anything up to date. So let me know what you think. Anyway, back to the game. You see here that we've been told to come and speak to the important looking pirates, and they will go through a certain amount of dialogue with you. Some of it's actually quite entertaining. I do recommend that you read everything that comes up on the screen while you're playing or during this review, for example, because it's just genius. It's absolute genius. Done by LucasArts, which is obviously, you know, the same guys from Star Wars and all that. Same studios and all that. Yes, Mr. George Lucas. But these games are absolutely fantastic. Very tongue-in-cheek. So if you've got a sense of humour, you'll love it. If you haven't, well, go out and get one, because this game is brilliant. It's absolutely done, and it's done on the Scum engine as well, which was done with Maniac Mansion, and Day of the Tentacle, I think, was also used the Scum engine. This actually came up with a few sequels as well. The Secret of Monkey Island 2, which was on the Amiga with a whopping, I think it was 12 discs. If you had floppy disks, you had 12 of those. But luckily, it was hard drive installable. If you were lucky enough to have an Amiga with a hard drive, then you were lucky enough to have Monkey Island 2, then you were lucky enough to have a reasonably fast loading game without 100 disc swaps. So, yes, luckily I had an Amiga 1200 with a hard drive, so I was able to play the game the way it should be played. Goodness me. Remember when 210 megabytes was a lot of space? I don't think I've got a game on my current system that's any smaller than that. It's crazy, isn't it? But there we are. Yeah, this is actually running off an Amiga hard drive as well, because this came on, I think, 4 discs, if I remember rightly. So this is actually running off a hard drive. I can't be bothered to open my disc boxes, by the way. In case you're wondering, they are packed away. So anything I've got on my Amiga hard drive, I'll use that instead of the discs. So there. Anyway, the first time I've realised this, there is a big skull on the wall on the right-hand side of this room. It's really quite cool. But you can get hints and tips and stuff from the characters that you're speaking to as well, and you'll hopefully put the puzzles together. There are several locations across this island that you can get to. You just need to figure out how to get to the map screen, and it's not obvious. But for a hint for you, where you start, if you head back up the cliff, you will end up at Watchtower. That's where you need to be, and you'll find this sort of map screen there. If you speak to the guy at the top of the path, and then click behind him, and then you'll be able to find the map. So that's the only hint I'm giving you. But I have completed this game probably once. It's quite an adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I have to say, one of my favourite games of all time on the Amiga as well, the Monkey Island games. You can talk to the dog as well. I've got a feeling you need his bone. Don't you dare take that out of context. But yes, I think you need that bone that he's got in his mouth later on. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure you do. But look at the graphics. For the time, this would have been really quite impressive. So yes. Now, sound-wise, you only get sort of music in certain sections of the game. Once you're back outside, you don't get too much in the way of sound at all. I can't pick the pirate up. What a surprise! This really does deserve more than 10 minutes, to be honest. But giving you guys a nice taster, and hopefully it'll whet the appetite enough to go out and try this game. If you're an adventure game fan, you'll love this game. Really will. And if you combine the humour level, the adventure level, the puzzle element and everything else, it just works incredibly well. They did a stunning job on this. Secret of Monkey Island 2, that's coming when I get back off holiday, which, by the way, just to let you know, I'm away as of I'll be away until next Friday, so there won't be any reviews next week, but I'm hoping to do one when I get back. So Thursday or Friday, depending on how tired I am on Thursday, there may be one on Thursday night. Definitely be one on Friday, because I'm back off my holiday. Because trust me, I need a break. Not from the channel, just in general. So yeah, just bear with me for the next week, because I won't be here. So the review is on hiatus, just for that short amount of time. So don't go anywhere, I will be back. But, oh yeah, back to Monkey Island. So this is LeChuck, by the way. This is kind of your nemesis, so to speak. But it's not like you'll know that until later on. But he is the ghost pirate, LeChuck. And it's just genius the way they get this guy into the game. And he, oh no, I won't spoil things. I nearly said something about Monkey Island 2, but I won't spoil things. But both brilliant games in their equal rights, and very pretty. Animations are really nice as well. Just look at this. It's just it's a bit like playing a comic book in a way. But you can talk to, you can. Some of them do have things that you actually do need, or you've got to figure out what you need to give them for them to give you what you need, if that makes sense. But pretty much all of the locations are explorable. It's just so easy as well. The point and click. This could be picked up by anybody, pretty much any age, of any experience level. It's a great game, and I think if you haven't played Monkey Island, it's one of those bucket list games. Get yourself a copy, load it up on an Amiga. If you can't find it on an Amiga, then try and grab it on emulation. You need to play this game. It's just worth it. Anyway, that's about it from me today. I will see you in a week's time. Thank you very much for tuning in, as per usual. You guys mean everything to me, and that's about all I can say. My gratitude to you is just out there, big time. Anyway, just keep telling yourselves, everybody, it's just a game, or is it? I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.